You're listening to Wed Talks with Wed. I'm your host Vedangi from White Wave Events. We are here to talk all things weddings. So let's jump in. Today's episode is about writing your own vows and making it personalized and heartfelt as much as you can. So let's dive in. Vows writing and making them personalized, having them spoken privately and during the ceremony is a highlight of your wedding day, your ceremony, and even the highlight video that your videographer makes for you. And it's a very important aspect that you want to think about towards the end of your wedding planning, but at least 2 months before or 1 month before your wedding. You can select two things. You want to do a private vow, or you want to do a vow with your guest in presence during the ceremony. It could be a South Asian wedding and you can still do vows. American weddings definitely have it as a part of your ceremony setup. Either or, you can have time spaced out for vows. If it's a private vow setup that you want to do, we can recommend, we always do this with our couples, you can do it during your couple shots, your solo shots, and the shots that you take before your ceremony, after your first look, of course, and before your reception or cocktail. So you have spaced out that 15-20 minutes to speak to each other, have yourself recorded, and that video is timeless. We have seen couples pour their heart out and emotions out during those 15-20 minutes which they spend together privately, recording their vows and saying it to each other. You definitely want to keep your vows to yourself such that your to-be husband or wife has not seen it, read it, or heard about it, so that the originality and the surprise factor to when it is said out loud by you to them is recorded for lifetime. And the response that you get will be so overwhelming and heartfelt. Writing vows and making them as personalized is another aspect to your planning process. There are so many writers available in the market who can help you with speech writing, vow writing. You can probably work with them. Tell them, when you're working with them, tell them about some special stories, special incidents that you definitely want included in your speech, in your vow, so that it is inculcated, and when you're reading it or when you're memorizing it, you are speaking about it. If you're doing it yourself, you definitely want to first make a list of things that you want to talk about. You want to think about how much time is allocated to you. Vows can be anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes, or even more sometimes if we have the time in the timeline to do that during the ceremony, or even after the first look during the picture time. Depending on the list of things that you want to talk about, depending on the time that you have, you can then make a script that flows well, making sure all the stories, all the incidents that you want to talk are included and are making sense and giving it a nice feel to it. You want to add as many stories from your dating era, from your courtship era to your engagement day into it, and even some things from your planning process. You want to appreciate your to-be spouse, you want to be thankful, you want to pour your heart out as much as you can. This is your moment. You also want to make sure that your makeup artist is around you for any touch-ups after your private vows or after your vows during the ceremony, such that your makeup and your setup is all looking still very nice. Your photographer and videographer, you want to give a heads up about this, that we are going to do vows and I want it in a certain way, I want it recorded in a certain way. You want audio, you want video, both sometimes. These are some expectations that you want to communicate in advance with your particular vendor. If at all there is a space at the venue where you want to do your private vows, you want to do a little DIY decor around it, such that The outdoor space, of course, looks good. If it's indoors, you want to do a little DIY decor. Even for the outdoor space, sometimes if you want to do any DIY florals, or even ask your decorator or the florist to do some decor around that area for your frame to look very nice during your private vow setup, are some things you want to consider and plan in advance while doing your timeline. Thank you for listening to our episode, and stay tuned for our next episodes coming out every week.